How many of you have witnessed not such good contests where things were not so well conducted? Okay, so today we are going to talk all about organizing a contest, and hopefully these tips and suggestions will help you organize a top-notch contest. Remember, we are always fallible, we'll always have mistakes, but learning from them is what Toastmasters is all about. So don't be afraid to make a mistakes, but let's try and have one of the best contests that we possibly can this season. Now, I want you to unmute if Libby will allow you, because before we start the presentation, I just have a couple of questions and you may answer them at random. Who do you believe has the most difficult job in organizing a contest? Let's have quick answers so that we don't waste time, okay?
VP Education.
VP Education. So at the club level, definitely the VP Education is in charge. At area?
Area director.
Division?
Division director.
Division director is in charge of organizing the division contest. And then finally, at the district, who is in charge?
QD.
Sanjan Shetty.
Kanchan. And I'm so glad he is here, so he does things correctly, okay? So yes, now that we know that right from club level to district level, these people are in charge of the contest, let me tell you my opinion that I think the most difficult is the VP education of a club. And let me tell you my reasons. Because at the club level, you have to ask for nominations. You have to coax your members. Please participate. Please, be a part of the contest. And that is really the most difficult thing to encourage people. Once you go to the area director really doesn't have to do anything because the winners from club will move forward to the area and then so on and so forth to the division and district. So now that we are starting our contest season at the club level, let me tell all those who are here, and especially those who are VP Education, Vice President's Education, that your role is really the toughest. So let's begin the presentation and go through the slide. And every couple of slides, I'm going to pause so that you can ask questions related to that. And we don't have to wait right till the end to find out all the answers. Okay, so let's start, Libby. Yes. So this is a joint District 98 EDGE and Leadership Launchpad presentation. And I'm really happy, like I said, once again, to be conducting this session on context. Next, please. Okay, so now here, you can open the whole thing, Libby. So now here is a brief checklist for you to organize the contest. Find out what is the budget that you are going to have as a club. How much are you going to spend on the contest? Are you going to have snacks afterwards? What kind of trophies are you going to have? How much money do you have for certificates? So ascertain that budget with your ExCom. The venue. Now, for the clubs, it is not such a difficult thing because most clubs are going to have it in their regular venues. Now, the VP Education needs to appoint the contest chairs and the chief judge well in advance. So let me ask a question right away. How much in advance do you think these two appointments need to be made? Anybody? Just unmute and stay unmuted so that you can.
At least 15 days.
At least 15 days prior to the contest.
Fantastic. At least 15 days, ensure that you have selected your chief judge and your contest chair so that they can begin their preparation. Don't move forward. Yeah, so that they can begin their preparations in finding their teams. Then the VP Education, like I said, will need to have a registration team, a PR team, find timers, ballot counters, sergeants at arms, awards and certificates chair. If you're having it online, an audiovisual manager, photographer, food committee. And then please ensure that you have a good agenda prepared very, very carefully. Let me tell you, I belong to 2 clubs in Pune, and the agenda came out wrong even yesterday. And I don't know why that the VP Education did not go through it minutely, see how many contestants there were, how much time would be required for the HSC contestants, the evaluations. So it is your duty to see that you time the contest carefully so that you will start on time and end on time. So please prepare the agenda. If you need help, seek it well in advance so that at least 4 to 5 days prior to the agenda can be circulated. People can look to see that everything is correct, their names are spelled correctly. So the agenda is a very important part of your checklist. Next, please. Now, the Bible for the contests is this book, the one that you see on camera and the one that I have got in my hand. This little copy, which I have printed in an A5 size, is always in my bag right through the year. So wherever I go, anytime anybody asks me a question and I need to refer, I have this contest book there for ready reference. And for anybody participating in the contest, whether it be a contestant, whether it be a role player, read that 26-page book. It is informative, it will help you have a lot of knowledge, and you too will feel part of a contest if you know the rules well. Next, please. Now, the contest chair has been decided by the VP Education, and the contest chair does not know where to begin. So let's see what the contest chair will do. Yes, you can open up the whole thing, Libby, when we... So first of all, the contest chair needs to liaise with the chief judge. Put your heads together. Plan who is going to do what, who is going to do the briefing. Although there are rules for briefing, yet you can put your heads together and say, I'm going to conduct a briefing on such and such a date, and then you may conduct yours after I finish. So who will do their briefing first, contest chair or chief judge?
Chief Judge, I guess,
Contest.
to contestants.
Any other opinion?
Contest chair.
Contest chair, why?
The role players comes first and the contestants, then the judges.
Okay, so a simple thing is if the contest chair does the briefing, say 4 to 5 days prior to the contest, and does the drawing of slots for the contestants, then the contest chair can pass on that information to the chief judge. And if the chief judge does the briefing after the contest chair, then the chief judge can give that order of contestants to the judges, as well as to the timers, as well as to the tally counters. So then there does not have to be a duplication of briefings and meetings. So it is more organized, more structured. This is what I feel. Of course, everything is left to you, but you need to think how you are going to plan. So my suggestion is have the contest chair do the briefings with the contestants, get the speaking order, and then pass it on to the chief judge to take over. Prepare your script. Contest chairs, have a good script. I hope D98's website is going to be updated with the most fantastic script, a correct script, so that every contest chair does not have to scramble for these scripts. So often, just before a contest, I get a note, Mukta, can you send me the script for this? Can you send me the script? If it is all in one place on your District 98 website, see that you pick it up from there and follow it carefully. And then create a WhatsApp group with your contestants. Your contestants, Even if you have a briefing, may have other questions. They might want to drop out. There may be delays in their coming to the contest. They may have so many questions that they need answer. So if you create a WhatsApp group, they can ask on it and everybody else is aware of it. So these are the 3 basic responsibilities of the contest chair. You have been appointed 2 weeks prior to the contest, at least 4 to 5 days before you will have your briefing with your team. Create a WhatsApp group, see that your script is perfected. We will talk more about the briefing a little later. Next, please. Now, when you have been appointed as contest chair and the VP Education has closed nominations for the members to nominate themselves for the contest, you will get a list of all the contestants. Create a nice little email and send it to all the contestants. And in that, welcome them, congratulate them for participating in the contest, and send them these 4 documents. Send them the contestant eligibility form, the contestant profile form or the biographical information. I think it's called contestant profile form now, the contest rule book, and the judge's ballot for the HSC and the evaluation contest, which are the 2 contests that we are going to have this term. Now, why send them the ballot? So that they know the criteria on which they are going to be marked by the judges. It is nice for them to know 55 marks is for content, 30 marks is for delivery, 15 marks is for language. Let them also understand what are the parameters on which they are going to be judged. The contest rule book, everybody should have a copy, and most definitely the contestants, so that they are guided well before that. Now, when you send them this, give them a few days to return the first 2 forms, which is the eligibility form and the profile form. So if you've sent it to them on the 10th, tell them that in 4 to 5 days, perhaps by the 15th, you would expect them to send these 2 forms back to you. This is very essential for a contest chair to do and for the contestants to abide by this. And in the profile form, if they are taking part in the international speech contest or humorous speech contest, ensure that their speech title is also included. See, when they do that and when you ask for it in a organized fashion, then you get all the information at one time. And then you're not chasing people, not running after them, and you're just saving time all around. Now, once you've got these forms back, give them a date for the briefing. The briefing needs to be meticulous, it needs to be short, it needs to be crisp, it needs to be concise. I have attended briefings that just go on and on and on. So even there, make notes and make points as to how you are going to brief the contestants. One important thing is check on the pronunciation of people's names. So often, contest chairs say, oh, I'm so sorry if I've mispronounced your name. I hope it's right. That's not on. You are the contest chair. You are the face of the contest. You are in front of an audience and you need to be poised and dignified in conducting that. So don't make a mistake in pronunciation. And here at the briefing is your time to learn how to pronounce somebody's name. So do that, give them the rules of the contest, and at the end of it, make sure that you draw the speaking slots. Here, let me pause and ask you a question. If you have 8 contestants and only 6 of them are able to attend, can those 2 not attending send a proxy for the briefing?
Yes, they can. They should send a mail message to the contestant that they will not be able to attend.
Okay. Anyone else? Arvind? Okay, in my opinion, no one can send a proxy for the briefing. Only the contestants can attend the briefing. Now, if the contestant that has not attended the briefing does not even show up at the contest, the second place winner at the club contest can then participate in the contest. If it is at the club level, that person is disqualified for not appearing. But if the two people who go from club to area, even if one of them is a no-show, then the third place winner can participate, provided he or she has been informed earlier to be ready with the speech and comes to the contest in time. But they are not permitted to come for the briefing. That is my understanding. Arvind, are you there? Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's there, I think. They need not come for the briefing.
Yeah. So so
They forego that,
correct.
actually.
They forego the opportunity to, if they're not there, they forego the opportunity to attend a briefing, and there will be no separate briefing for them thereafter.
But Mukta, I think they need to have all the papers
Yes,
given
yes,
to.
absolutely.
Very important.
That is important. And that is why I said even before the briefing, if the contest chair can get back the eligibility form and the profile form and then have the briefing, and anybody who has not submitted their paper are reminded that, okay, within the next 24 hours, do send it. This is critical that the papers are sent to the contest chair. Next, please. Yeah. So now all the preparation and planning has been done prior to the contest. You've done the briefing, you've sent the forms, you've received the forms. Now on the day of the contest day has arrived. You can just open up everything. I just want to reiterate once again, contest chair, you really are the face of the contest. We won't have contests if we don't have contestants, granted, but on the contest day, the person who opens, the person who is at the podium, the person who has a big smile, who is poised, confident, articulate, and really conducts himself or herself well is the contest chair. Although the chief judge is very important, that person is behind the scene and you are on stage and you are there presenting in front. But although you have your script, do not be flamboyant. The contestants are the stars of the contest. Don't take away from them by being gimmicky on stage, by being exuberant and trying all sorts of creative stuff. Stick to your script. If it is a humorous speech contest, certainly begin with a minute or two of a nice humorous story so that people get in the mood, they smile, they're relaxed. But thereafter, stay with your script and just do it in a poised, confident manner so that the contestants feel confident that you are enabling them to do their very best. Okay, so please remember that. At the end of the contest, if time permits, as per your agenda, again, if you've got 15 contestants, your agenda might not allow for you to have contestant interviews. So check with the VP Education that there is time allocated for the interviews. And when the chief judge comes back from having counted the ballots and the results, and you see the chief judge entering the room, kindly adjourn the contest before you hand over to the sergeant at arms. Now, if there are two contests, the humorous and the evaluation, make sure that after the humorist, the contest is adjourned before going into a break. At the end of the evaluation, make sure the contest is adjourned before the results are announced. Why is adjourning the contest important? What is the purpose?
No protest can be lodged after the adjournment of the
Perfect.
contest.
Perfect. So especially in a humorous international speech contest where sometimes contestants or judges might feel that there is a reason to protest, they can do it before the contest is adjourned. But once the contest is adjourned, no more protests can be taken on. Okay. And finally, when the chief judge gives you the results form, you call out if there are any disqualifications on account of time and announce the results. Announcing the results. Who can tell me? I will just open up for questions. Who can tell me how the results are announced by the contest chair?
Third, second, and first.
Say that again.
Third position, then second and first.
Yeah. So you will announce the results in the reverse order. In third place, Toastmaster so-and-so, in second place, and in first place. Those who attended my last session, do not use the word runners up. Okay. We do not have that in Toastmaster. You will see the certificates that the Toastmasters have printed. It is first place, second place, third place. So let's follow that same nomenclature when we are announcing the results. Why do we have to use second runner-up for third place and first runner-up for second place? Just let's say in third place is so-and-so, or the second place winner is so-and-so. And of course, the winner or the first place is so-and-so. So try and habituate yourself to saying third place, second place, and first place. Okay, so now we'll pause for just 2 minutes here just to find out if anybody has any questions on the contest chair and what your roles are and how to go about it. Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
just
want to know.
ask.
Okay. My question is that could you please repeat that? What would be the sequence of briefing? Like first, contest chair will brief role players. Post that, chief judge will brief. So
That's right. So
sequence.
the contest chair is basically only responsible for the contestants. Okay. However, like I said in the beginning, could we have people on mute, please? Thank you. Like I said in the beginning, let the contest chair and chief judge get together. But the chief judge definitely briefs the judges, timers, and tally counters. Now there is a question of the sergeant at arms. Who briefs the sergeant at arms? Now it could be the contest chair, because see, in the evaluation speech contest, the contest chair really needs the support of the sergeant at arms to bring the contestants from the breakout room into the room. So if the contest chair briefs the sergeant at arms of the expectations of how the contestants will get 5 minutes for writing their notes, will be taken out of the room, will be brought back, I think there is a better understanding or a liaison between the contest chair and the sergeant at arms if it is done. However, it is not wrong for the chief judge also to brief the sergeant at arms. Okay, so contest chair briefs contestants, chief judge briefs timers, tally counters, and the sergeant at arms can be decided. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
One question more.
Sure.
Sometimes people say any guesses for second place. So is that the correct way to do in when you are a contest chair, or should we avoid it?
Yes, a very good question. And we see it all the time. Any guesses? and then they delay it, and then they stretch it out and all. And people, after a long contest, are really tired and they just want to know the result. So a good idea could be to say, we have the results and here they are in third place, and go directly to the results. Okay, I would do that, but there is no right or wrong in this. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll just move on. So now we've done the planning, the preparing of the whole contest, and we've done what the contest chair will do in his or her role before and during the contest. Next, please, Libby. Now, the contest chair's partner. Okay, they shake hands. They're going to work together to make the contest absolutely successful. And here is the contest chair's partner, the chief judge. Next, please. Now, just very briefly, yes. When the VP Education chooses a chief judge, or the area director, division director, or the PQD chooses a chief judge, these are the 5 qualities that I feel are paramount when choosing a chief judge. Somebody who is reliable. You say, you are the chief judge, Pritpal, and then you leave it to them, because we know Pritpal is reliable. She will get her team of judges. She will not back out on the last day. So reliability is important. Knowledgeable. They know the rules, and there is no ambiguity about right or wrong, because they're so knowledgeable about everything that there is in the contest rule book. Experience, because you should have been through being a judge at least a few times to take up the chief judge role. So a little experience matters, so that you're not flummoxed about what could go wrong. Let me give you an example. A couple of years ago in my club here in Pune, there was a protest. A very young, inexperienced chief judge did not know how to handle the protest. When he got a slip by one of the judges to say there was a protest, he came into the room and announced loudly, "We have a protest." Can all the judges come out? Because he did not know that he needed to reach out to the judges in the WhatsApp group very subtly and get them out of the room to discuss the matter. So that is why I said experience matters. Organized, because there are many things the chief judge needs to do, which we will talk about now. But doing the briefing, doing them on time, getting all the paperwork that is required to give to the judges and other role players. So being organized and doing it on time and then being decisive. When there is a protest, the chief judge will need to be firm and decisive. Call the judges together, call the person who has launched the protest, whether it be a contestant or a judge. Ask them what the matter is and ask them to give proof of why they have lodged a protest. So, and taking the right decision at the right time requires experience and requires decisiveness. Okay, so these are some of the qualities. So remember this while choosing a chief judge. Don't just go by somebody who's available, somebody who's a friend, somebody you think will do a good job. No. Ask them, do they understand what is required? Talk to them as the VPE, as the area director. Most often, we don't want to spend time talking to people, and we are in the communication business. So talk to them, get a feedback if they know what is involved in their role, and then give it to them. Next, please. Okay, so now before the contest, like the contest chair sends out a mail to all the contestants. Here we have the chief judge who chooses the following team, chooses voting judges, tie-breaking judges, tally counter, and timer. And here I'm just going to give you a minute to look at the chart so that you can see how many voting judges, tie-breaking judges, tally counters, and timers are required at each level. At the club, we need 5, 1, 2 tally counters, 2 timers, and the same for the area. And then for the division, we need 7 voting judges, a minimum of 7 voting judges, and at district 7. You can get 9, you can get 11, you can get as many judges as you require, as you want, but 7 is the minimum. And if you see tally counters at all levels, you need 2, but at the district level, you need 3 tally counters. And the criteria for judges is that they all must be in good standing. However, this is at the club level. As we move on to the area, division, and district level, they have to be members in good standing for 6 months. They should have completed levels 1 and 2, and they need to be physically present at the contest. They cannot do it virtually. You cannot have your judges in hybrid mode beyond the club level. And only if the club contest is in hybrid can you have judges in hybrid. But beyond the club level, you cannot have judges in hybrid mode. Now here, the chief judge and voting judge should have also completed, I believe, there is a District 98 has an assessment online for judges. So please just go through it on your website, on your D98 website, and check it out and complete it because it is a requirement. At the bottom of this table, under division and district, you will see that no chief judge, voting judge, or tie-breaking judge should be from the same club as a contestant. I have seen this happen where some of the judges, because you could not find any judges, are from the same club as the contestant. So please ensure that none of the judges are from the club. Now let me stop and ask a question. Will you choose a judge from the same club at a club level contest? Anybody?
No.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Yeah, the general consensus is no. I have a different take on it. And again, there is no right or wrong in this. But I feel that if I am the chief judge at a club level contest, I might take 2 members from the club as judges and maybe 4 or 5 from outside of the club. And I'll give you my reason why. When will your club members grow, learn, experience being a judge at a contest if you don't provide them that opportunity? See, we're all there to be fair, to be impartial, to be the best we can as judges, as any of the role players. Give them that in the briefing. Tell them to judge the speech, not the person. Give them all of that training. But do provide your club members an opportunity to be a judge. First of all, they will learn and gain from that experience. And secondly, there is such a paucity of judges. We're always begging for judges right till the last minute because we can't get enough for club level. When you've got 100+ clubs, trying to manage all of them with your from judges outside is really a challenge. So this is my thinking. Again, it is up to you. The rule book does not, like somebody has put up, the rule book does not disqualify judges from the clubs from being judges at the club level. Okay, let's move on because we've just got another 7-8 minutes and I need to move quickly. Before the contest, arrive early, check that all of the contestants are eligible. The contest chair has already done it. Conduct your briefings, which we have spoken about with the judges, timers, tally counters. And these are the materials you will give each of your role players. To the judges, you will also give them an eligibility certificate to sign and give back to you. You will give them the judge's ballot. The tie-breaking judge will obviously get the tie-breaking judge's ballot. The contest rule book, once again, ask your judges to read it. And now that you have got the speaking order from the contest chair, give that to your judges, give it to your timers and tally counters. To the timers, there is a timer record sheet. Give it to them so that they mark the exact time that the contestants have taken, timer cards, and a stopwatch. And to the ballot counters, a tally counter sheet to each one of them, okay? Each one records the exact results and then you tally it collectively. Next, please. Now, during the contest, ensure that you're there, you're not on your phone. If you're a chief judge, you are absolutely vigilant. You have to be there 100%, listening, watching to see that everything is on track. Ensure that the ballots are collected from all of them. So your ballot counters need to be told who to collect the ballots from so that if one has to collect it from 4 and one from 5, just make sure that they have collected it. And of course, the judges have to sign it for the, put their names and sign it for the ballot to be valid. And you as the chief judge will collect the ballot from the tie-breaking judge and the timer's report. And then, like we spoke, deal with protests, if any. Okay, there is a question before we move on. How do you decide the speaking order of contestants? There are many apps and gimmicks. I'm not very conversant with it, but there are those spinning wheels and things like that. So when, somebody's put over here, random.org. So when you are having an online session with your contestants, a briefing, have that spinning wheel and all your contestants, they choose a number or their name is there and the wheel goes to the one name and then that person is the first contestant, second, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's how you can choose your speaking order. Next, please. Next is about dealing with protests. The protests are limited to the eligibility. Is this contestant eligible? So for the international speech contest, they needed to have completed level 2, 2 levels from their path, or they should have completed a CC if they were in the previous old legacy program. Here, I would just like to tell you that it is important to ensure that the eligibility of the contestants is verified so that there is no disqualification on account of eligibility. Originality is, of course, being original in their speech. What does it mean? What does originality mean? Anybody?
It must be your genuine speech, not like copied from someone's speech or Google more than 25%. So
Perfect. Up to 25% is allowed, and yet you need to give credit to the person or the reference book or from where you have picked up that material, okay? But more than 25% and you can be subjected to disqualification. And of course, the new rule for the last 2 years has been referencing another contestant's speech. I'll tell you how this rule came about. Many years ago, the second contestant or the third or the fourth contestant, they used to paraphrase something from a previous contestant. And everybody thought, wow, what a memory, how well they have included it in their speech. but really they were just using material from a previous person's speech. So this rule was brought in that you cannot reference material used by another speaker who has spoken earlier, or even their name. And this can be counted as a disqualification. And only contestants and voting judges can lodge a protest. And protests, of course, if any, should be lodged before the contest is adjourned. Was there another question put up just now? I did not see it. I missed it. Let me go to my chat window. Any eligibility criteria for contest chair and chief judge? Anybody? Contest chair?
Contest chair must be a member of paid. He must be a paid Toastmaster and a member of good standing club.
Yes. So member in good standing of a club in good standing. That is a paid member of a club that has paid their dues. Chief judge? Any criteria for chief judge?
Not
Chief
for the
judge
club level,
must-
but for the area level and above. Not
Yes.
the club level.
So for the club level, there is no criteria, but for the area, I think again, it is 6 months a member completed 2 levels of a path and physically present. Okay, the same as judges. Next, please.
One question I have, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, sure.
Sorry to interrupt in
No,
between.
no, sure. Just go ahead because otherwise we'll
Like you
forget.
mentioned, maybe someone speaker mentioned that Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Mukta quoted it very well. Okay, so I use this. So this is about the during that contest only, or the previous year contest which have taken places. So we are not allowed to refer that as well.
Yes, it refers to that particular contest. Okay. So if you are the 4th contestant, you cannot refer anything said by contestants number 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It does not reference something that has been said in the previous year. All right.
May I add, Mukta?
And also, yes, Arvind, and also if you are going to name people in your speech, kindly take permission from them prior to talking about them. Yes, Arvind, please elaborate or
No,
comment.
to add to it, if you already know who the contestants are in your group for that contest, and if your speech has a particular name where it's going to be one of the contestants, try and change it. Try and change it so that you don't get disqualified, somebody saying you took a name or something.
Excellent tip. Yeah, that's a fantastic tip. You know who your contestants are in your category, so just avoid using their name. Thank you, Arvind. Next, please. End of the contest is very important. You need to compile the results with the help of the ballot counters, disqualify contestants who have not met the time. You've got the timer sheet. So even before you start tallying, check the timer sheet and see that nobody has crossed the line, and then carry on with your tallying and the ballot. And then there is a special results form available. Please fill that and give it to the contest chair to announce the results. Next, please. Yeah, now there is another form called notification of contest winners. And this is a form where you enter the names of all the contestants, not just the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. If there are 9 contestants, 11 contestants, 15, you enter all of their names on this notification of contest winners, and you give it to the next level person. So if you are the chief judge for a club contest, make sure that you have handed it over to the area director, because that is the next level, that the area director. Also send it to the district chief judge and to the program quality director. So these are the 3 people that you will send the notification of contest winners. However, there is another Excel form which I think District 98 must be having, which needs to be filled by the Chief Judge, but that will only go to the District Chief Judge and Program Quality Director, because that form includes names of judges, which is not required by the next level area directors. We do not want to divulge the names of the judges to everybody. So make sure if this Excel sheet and the notification of contest winners, you do not have it, make sure that you get it before the end of the contest. Next, please. Okay, there is a question before we end it. Is it true that the contestant against whom the protest has been lodged should not be told the result of the protest hearing? So the person against whom the protest has been lodged will know about the protest, because that person will be called to face the judges and asked about will be told what the protest is and given a chance to explain their stand. However, at the end of it, when that person leaves the room, the judges will take a vote whether to disqualify the contestant or not. And obviously, if when the contest chair announces the result that there was one disqualification on time, or there was just one disqualification, that person may not know if he or she has been disqualified, but can presume. But that person will not be. Arvind, I think that person will be told if they are going to be disqualified.
No, they're not supposed. The latest book says that if he's disqualified on the basis of having quoted somebody else's thing or something to that effect, then they are not told the reason.
Okay.
We don't say announce the reason. Only on time, it's on time. But
Okay.
if there's
All right.
anything else, nothing is mentioned.
All right. So we only talk about the disqualification on time, but otherwise we don't mention the reason. Now, very quickly, I have just created a list of documents which you need to have ready at the contest. You have the speech contest rulebook, speaker certification of eligibility, and speech contestant profile. These are the 3 documents that the contest chair will give to the contestants. After that, you have the evaluation contestant notes. This is provided to all contestants in the evaluation speech contest. Chief Judge, please sign this paper and give it to the contestants at the start of the contest. Please ensure that every paper, and again, yesterday I was attending another session and somebody said that they were only allowed 1 sheet. Please, if a contestant asks for 2 contestant note papers, please provide them with 2. So have additional papers signed and ready. Then the judge's certification of eligibility, the ballots. You have a judge's ballot and you have the tie-breaking judge's ballot, time record sheet, tally counter sheet, the results form, which you will give to the contest chair, and the notification of contest winner. These are the forms. And on the right side, you will see a list of certificates which need to be prepared. Now, once again, who prepares these certificates? This needs to be discussed between the VPE, the contest chair, and the chief judge, okay? If the VPE is responsible for all, let it be decided in the beginning so that there is no mix-up towards the end as like the certificates are not ready. So you have contestant participation. One certificate that is often forgotten is a certificate for the test speaker of the evaluation contest. So please ensure that there is a certificate ready, timers, tally counters, sergeant at arms, all the committee members, whether it's the PR, registration, food committee, awards committee, photographer, make sure that everybody is felicitated for the efforts that they have put in the contest. Okay, and I've put other because if you are using the venue of an office, it's nice to recognize the organization that has given you the venue. So perhaps a certificate can be created for them. Next, please. I think we have covered all the questions. I had a little quiz, but I see that we are already at the end of, we are close to 10 o'clock. So
You can proceed with the quiz. It's fine.
okay, so we'll just open up questions. Just let's have a question and anybody can answer, okay? What is the eligibility? We've been through this, but let's see if you remember. What is the eligibility required for a judge at an area or division contest? Anybody?
2-level completion, 6-month paid member.
I think I'm hearing the same voice again and again, right? Somebody has read that rule book. Beautiful. I am so happy you know all the answers, but let somebody else try. Okay. But
Level 2 completion.
Level 2 level completion, 6 months as a member and being, yeah, okay. And being a paid member. Let's see the answers. Be a paid member for a minimum of 6 months, completed CC 6 in the legacy program or 1 and 2 of a path, and be physically present. Next question. We've just got a few questions. Can a member compete in the international speech contest from area A2 and S1? So the member is a dual member in area A2 and S1, has won the international speech contest from both of his clubs. Can he compete in 2 areas?
No,
No.
only one.
Only
No.
one. You have to
Perfect.
choose.
Okay, has to choose one area. That's right. Next, please. How many judges are required for a division contest?
7.
7. Excellent. Okay. And of course, 1 is the tie-breaking judge. On what grounds can a protest be made? We've gone through this multiple times in our discussions and even now. So you can just open the answers, Libby, because eligibility, originality, and referencing a previous speaker or speech. Okay, even taking the person's name can disqualify you. Next, please. Who can protest in a speech contest?
Contestants, the judges.
Contestants and
voting
voting
judges.
judges. Contestants and voting judges. No member of the audience, not even the chief judge, can protest, okay? So even if the chief judge observes something which nobody else has picked up, he or she will have to remain quiet. It can only be done by the voting judges and contestants. Next question.
And
please.
not by the tie-breaking judge also.
Correct. So yes, only the
No protest by the tie-breaking judge.
absolutely, absolutely. Why? Anybody? Why?
He is anonymous. Only the chief judge knows.
Perfect. He is anonymous. He does not want to be exposed and known. So that is why the tie-breaking judge cannot protest. Next question, please. To whom must the protest be lodged?
Contest
VJ
chair
must lodge
or
to
the
chief judge
Yes.
and contestant to contest chair.
Yes. Either to the contest chair or to the chief judge, and definitely before the adjournment of the contest and before the results are announced, but before the adjournment of the contest. Yes, to the contest chair or chief judge before the announcement of winners. Actually, it should be before the adjournment of the contest. Okay, yeah. And I think that's my final question. Who chooses? I know our table topics is in the next season, but I just put this question because it's often mistaken. Who chooses the topic for the table topics contest?
Contest chair.
Contest chair. Excellent. Okay. Contest chair determines what the topics are going to be, prepares them, puts them in the envelope. Oh, okay. Somebody's written chief judge. Yes, but it is contest chair. Okay. So the contest chair has the prerogative to choose the table topics, put them in envelopes before the start of the table topics contest. Okay, so I think, very good on time, bang on time. In a nutshell, I just have 4 slides. Do please plan, prepare, enjoy preparing, planning, and performing well at the contest. Circulate your agenda in time. Start and end on time. Do not drag your contest. Do not end it. And really, really, I wish you all the very best in having a memorable contest. So I think since we've had questions right through, we won't, but I will take 2 last questions before we adjourn this.
Ma'am, I have
Yes,
a
Mukta ma'am,
question.
I have one question.
Yes.
Okay, as you covered about Chief Judge eligibility, so I have heard somewhere that to become a Chief Judge, you should attend Chief Judge training program. So is it correct?
It is recommended, okay? It is recommended so that, again, you are more aware of the rules. But if you can convince the area director or your BPE that you will do the role responsibly and know the rules, I think you are eligible to be the chief judge. However, remember, it is the prerogative of the VPE, ADs, DIPTs, and PQDs to choose their chief judges, okay? But if District 98 has a chief judges program on the website, on the D98, and requires you to do it, do it. There is nothing wrong in doing it and just honing your skills and knowledge even more, okay?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned, suppose there is a protest, okay? So you mentioned that chief judge needs to discuss with voting judges in person.
Right.
So if they all are in a room, I don't know I haven't been in such situations, so that's why I'm asking. So if we will do this, so people will know who are the voting judges. So is it like
Yes,
that?
yes.
So how we should execute it?
Yes. So absolutely right. If the chief judge has sent a message that I have received a protest and I require you all to step out of the room and meet in the breakout room so that we can discuss the protest, you will certainly see people getting up and moving out of the room. And the identities of the judges will be known. But let me tell you, the identities of the judges are very often obvious, okay? Especially in a club contest. In a club contest, you have your members, and anybody whose face is like an outsider is presumed to be a judge. So let's not take it so seriously about who the judges are and not. For the most part, we try and keep it anonymous. But if the identity is known because they have to get up and move out of the room, so be it.
It's very clearly said, as far as practical, they need to be
Right,
anonymous.
Right.
Ma'am,
And there
I
are
have a question.
And there are people all over the world. Let me tell you also something. There are people all over the world who are trying to get rid of this anonymity in the judges because they think it's quite a silly rule, because in so many parts of the world, the judges are made to sit in the front so that they can listen to the contestants clearly and not sit at the back. So when you have all of these people sitting, they're told to sit on the side, on the aisles, so that if they are required to leave the room, they can get out of their seats much easier. So for all of these reasons, there are many people who are against this, the judges being anonymous, and they said, so what if the judges are known to the contestants? All right, but that is just something.
Ma'am, one question more for
There was someone else that wanted a question. Yeah, just last
Hello,
2 questions,
hello,
please.
madam.
Yes.
This is Yasin.
Yes, Yasin.
Madam, it is a very insightful session you have presented here.
Thank
I
you.
have a question and a recommendation.
Sure.
So the question is like, people will be, whether this judges evaluation, whether it will be retained
for any future reference, or is there any cases happened like there is a review for this judges evaluation?
No. So first of all, the judges are not evaluating, they're picking winners. Okay, so they have this ballot form and they follow it very closely. All the criteria are on the form, how many marks for content, delivery, and language. So they try and follow that as precisely as they can. And once they have torn up the bottom part of the ballot sheet and handed it to the ballot counter with their winners, first, second, and third place, the top part of the ballot sheet, which is their scoring as to how they need to destroy it as soon as the results are announced. Okay, they do not keep it. And even the chief judge does not keep the ballots afterwards to show anybody. It is all destroyed once the results are announced. Okay.
Not at the venue. It's not destroyed at the venue. It's
Yeah.
taken out somewhere.
Yes, and it can be. That's right. Put it in your bag, take it home, and destroy it. All right.
And
Does that
my-
answer your question? And you have a suggestion? Yes.
Yeah, I have a recommendation. It is based on my experience.
Okay.
It is like my name my full name is Yasin.
Okay.
It is not having any second name.
Okay.
So as you have mentioned certifications, there is a case. There are cases like spelling mistakes may happen,
Right.
and sometimes and in my case, what did happened is like second name is added, and which is not at all related to me.
Yeah. So see
kind
what
of
happens is
situation needs
when
to
you
be-
are filling up your form and handing it over, your eligibility form, and giving it to the contestant chair, just ensure that you put. And the contest chair is obviously going to ask you, Yasin, you've not filled up any other name. What about it? And you clearly tell them, and that
Yes.
information should be passed on to the person who's
Yes,
making the
yes,
certificate.
yes.
So it comes as Toastmaster Yasin, and there is no error made in this. Okay, so
Yes,
this is
yes, madam.
a minor
I have-
thing, but otherwise,
Excuse me,
names.
madam.
Yes.
It is not a minor thing. I guess.
No,
I
it's
have
not a
not-
minor thing in your name. Okay, I did not mean it. Apologies. It is a minor thing to instruct the person making the certificate not to misspell or write something else in your name. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, madam. That is what I am suggesting here.
Right.
Like, I didn't had any problem at that time because my personal thing was to gain the experience.
Right.
But the same thing may not be taken care by other person, contestants, or any other role
Can we
players.
have the background noise? Can somebody go on mute, please? Thank you.
So this types of, because this is too professional, I feel, because
Yes.
nowadays communication facilities is available. They can
Right.
again cross check our name, full name, and
Right.
they can check whether why it is not available. And there are many cases like second name is mandatory, and there are many people who don't have second name.
Right.
It's not just in the Toastmaster, I am telling. Whenever I am applying for
Absolutely.
jobs, also I face the same situation.
Yeah.
So I have a request, like if there is any criteria like second name, it need not be mandatory.
Right. It isn't in Toastmasters. It isn't mandatory. Whatever you give as your name, that is the only thing that will be put on this. That should be put on the certificate. Okay. All right. All right, folks, thanks a lot. Thank you all for attending. I hope this is helpful. And like I said in that slide, in a nutshell, enjoy the contest. The most important thing is to enjoy it as a role player, as a contestant, and just feel comfortable. And all the best for the entire contest season, this term and the next term. Thank you. And back to you, Libby.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Mukhtar. That was an indeed informative session. I'm sure all of us have a lot to go back to and refer to our notes before we start the contest at our respective clubs. Thank you so much for that. Now I would like to invite our PQD, Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjan Shetty, to please switch on your video. And to felicitate Mukta, please.
Thank you so much, Libby, the Chair of Education. And thank you, Mukta, for gracing the occasion in this virtual platform. As a token of appreciation for your invaluable and insightful session. And Libby has shared the screen. And thank you so much for participating as a trainer for the D98 Edge.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Sanjan. Thanks, Libby. And I really, really enjoyed being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukta, for the session. And thank you also, Arvind, for providing your inputs wherever needed. Because let me tell you that my journey in Toastmasters towards understanding what the contest is began with Mukta and Arvind. So it was really nice to see your inputs delivered. And I'm very certain that for the upcoming contest season, we are really going to have fantastic experiences of members participating it, whether as a contest official or as a contestant or even as an audience, but the experience really matters. And because contest is the backbone of Toastmasters International. So yeah, thank you so much, Mukta. And thank you so much everyone for attending this virtual session on a Friday night and wishing you a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing all of you all in the episode 3, wherein we are going to have two educational sessions for humorous speech and as well as evaluation contests. We have gotten really good external keynote speakers who are really good at this at evaluation and humorous respectively. So stay tuned who is going to be the keynote speaker. So the next session of D98 Edge is on 29th of August. So it starts at 8:30 because there are going to be 2 sessions. So yeah, looking forward to seeing all of you all in such huge numbers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Mukta.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Thank you.
Who wants to hear a story about Sanjan?
Recording can be stopped. Pause the recording.
Yeah, please pause the recording.
Yes, we all.